games. Whoop, let's go. Hursty Games, and this how we do. Now it's time we team up.
Hey there guys, welcome back to Hursty Games and welcome to another SBC completion video. This week we're looking at this week's marquee matchups. Now it's obviously only just come out within like the last 10 or 15 minutes of the time we're recording this. It's for a 45k pack and obviously packs rewarded for doing the squad. So I'm going to show you guys the squads I've put together. Feel free to use them as a sort of guideline. Don't necessarily copy them. They're not necessarily going to be the absolute cheapest, but it's a very simple, very straightforward and easy way. And they shouldn't be too expensive if you do use the players like for like. But I've used players in my club. I've not had to purchase a single player, but the guidelines of these should be straightforward. So we're going to get straight in and look at the Basel and Young Boys first one, which is a premium gold pack, is the Rewarder 7.5k pack. You need 2 players from the Swiss league, 3 players from the same league as a maximum, overall rating of 68, which I've gone a little bit overboard on, but again, I'm doing this the cheapest way I can do it. Team chemistry of 70, and obviously 11 players in the squad. So the main thing here is I had all 3 of these guys at the top. That pretty much does your rating a mass amount of favours. You can probably get away with majority bronze as the rest of the squad. I have 3 fairly low rated bronzes in there, 2 extra golds and then a bunch of silvers, and my rating, my team rating is 73, so I've gone massively overboard. But again, all of these players here are untradeable, all of them are in the club, and obviously I'm not going to use any of them, so I might as well use them for the SBC. So what I would recommend, those front 3 are pretty straightforward, pretty easy way of doing it. Don't forget, don't get drawn in, obviously, these guys being from Young Boys. It's not either of those 2 teams specifically. It's just 2 players from that league. So don't feel like you have to buy players from Young Boys or from Basel. Their prices probably will be slightly inflated, but just basically buy them as cheap as you can. If you can get the slightly higher rated ones, then you're doing business. But feel free to pause these and have a look as you go through. This one, again, I've gone slightly overboard, so this is one of those ones. Take it with a pinch of salt. Use your own kind of players, the cheapest way that will do for you, but this is the way I've done it, and it is pretty straightforward. Up next, we have Monaco and PSG, and you only need... this only gives you a small gold players pack, so I think this is like a... I think it's like a 6 gold, 6 reds. I'm not too sure. I can't remember. But you need 1 player from either Monaco or PSG. Players from players from 1 club, you need at least 2 players from 1 club. Players from the same league, though, is maximum 4. 3 gold rated players at a minimum. Overall rating of 70 and chemistry of 75. Again, here I've got a few extra gold rated players. You could do this literally using 3 gold cards, but I've gone with 4 players here, so I basically use any PSG player that you can. It doesn't massively matter, or Monaco, obviously, sorry. It doesn't massively matter which player it is. It doesn't massively matter what rating they are. If they're bronze, then obviously it's absolutely fine as long as you get that 70 rating. And having 3 or 4 gold cards in there, it does boost the rating anyway. So I just went with 4 players from the League Un that are all pretty cheap. None of these players are massively expensive. Again, I use these ones in particular because I had them in my club untradeable, including the Choupo-Moting. And then basically, if you can have your defensive too, if the centre-backs can be from the same nation but from different leagues. So I went off into the second French league because I have a bunch of untradeable second French league players for some reason in my club. If they can be the same nation, that means your goalkeeper can be from a completely different league and just has to be the same nation as them. Guaranteed 10 chemistry or 9 if you do have to purchase the keeper. But it's from a different league, so it's not going to affect the maximum from 1 league being 4 players, if that makes sense. It just gives you a bit more versatility. The right back and my second player could have been anyone. The chemistry would have been absolutely fine. But I used players that I had. So again, pretty darn straightforward. Again, pinch of salt. Use it as a guideline. Don't necessarily copy these players. If you have a player of the same rating and same league or whatever else that you can put in instead and is free in your club, use those players. It's the smartest way to do it. Up next, Liverpool versus Everton, an Electrum players pack. And again, a relatively easy, cheap and straightforward team to do. Again, I have slightly overspent, but it's the cheapest way for me to do it with the players I have. So you need at least 2 Liverpool or Everton players. I think you probably can do a mix, but I'm not too sure. I've got 2 Everton players in there. 4 players from the same nation, maximum 4. So you could do this all in 1 league. So if you wanted to do this all Premier League, you can just make sure you've got a nice mix of nations in there. You need at least 2 rares. I've got 3, no, I've got 4, sorry. Again, all of these silvers here are untradeable, and I didn't have a second Prem right mid that I wanted to get rid of, but used it for the chemistry. Gold players, you need at least 4. I have 6. Again, slightly overkill, but again, I've explained why. Minimum team rating of 73 and a minimum chemistry of 80. So you can see here, I have got 2 players, my 2 centre-backs here, are massively out of position. They're both on 3 chemistry. I've got a few other players off chemistry. Like literally, I have 4 people that are in position, and if they were, either first owner or if Antonio was right wing and the Schneiderlin was a centre mid, they'd be on 10. Otherwise, all the other players are pretty much off chemistry. So don't worry too much about getting every single player off chemistry, but the strong links here are the important thing. So again, the Schneiderlin being on 10, you want your keeper on 10 as always. It's always a pretty straightforward way of doing it. But I recommend something like the second tier of Spanish football to be a really, really good way of actually making these SBCs much, much cheaper, because you don't need gold players in all of them. Using the second tiers of the big leagues, so using the second tier of Italy, France, Spain, Germany, all of that stuff, using the silvers and bronze cards from those will make these SBCs pretty cheap, and this is a prime example of that, and that gets us our election players pack. And last but not least, we have the Atletico Madrid versus Barcelona SBC, and again, this one's fairly straightforward. I forgot what the pack is for this one. It's a premium gold players pack, so that's a 25k pack, I believe. You can see here I've gone all with one league, so you need Atletico Madrid or Barcelona players. You need 2 from either one of the teams. Players from the same league, a minimum 3, which is why I just stuck with the whole one league thing. It was much easier for me. Again, the only tradable player here is Adan, but I only had 2 Atletico Madrid players that weren't either high rated or UCL, so I used these guys. Players from the same nation, maximum 4. This is one thing I did do wrong. I had about 8 Spanish players in there. Make sure you don't go overboard with one nation. I ended up going with 4 Spanish players, and I think I've got 3 or 4 Argentinians in there. Just happens to be a nation I had a fair few players from. At least 2 rares. I have exactly 2 rares in this one, exactly gold, so make sure all of the players are gold. And team chemistry 85. It's a nice high amount of chemistry, so that's why I went with all one league. It also meant I could afford to put some players out of position. You can see I've got 2 goalkeepers playing centre mid. Again, incredibly straightforward, incredibly easy. Don't have to use these players specifically. The only players you will need to use, obviously, are either Atletico Madrid or Barcelona players. Otherwise, any players from whatever. I think the Liga Santander is pretty cheap right now because, again, there's no League SBC for them just yet. Probably expecting that in the next couple of weeks or so. But for now, Liga Santander, incredibly cheap, which is why I just decided, you know what? Do a whole team of them. But that is Marquee matchups completed. So that is also my 45k pack given to me. Now we're going to get into the packs. Hopefully we can pack something half decent. I do apologise. I've got a bunch of silver packs on my store or on my list of packs at the moment. As you guys would have seen the other day, I had about 60. I opened all of those the other day, and now I have about 20 again. So my bad. But we're going to just get straight into these. We're going to start off with the premium gold pack. The small gold players pack is only 1 rare. It's not a great pack, I'm not going to lie to you. But hopefully we can get a board or a walkout or something here today. That would be really, really nice. I'm getting my coin total back up after doing the Icon SBC. We're nearly at 200,000 coins now, which is pretty darn tasty. So we're doing pretty darn good in the old trading. A lot of bronze pack going on. But here, mainly, the main thing we're looking to do is potentially just get some coins back into the club. Get something that sells. Basically something that's going to recoup as our coins slowly but surely over time. So again, I'll check those 2 players, see if they sell. Hopefully a little bit of coinage from those guys. But all of these SBCs, for me at least, were free. I think I've used about 4 or 5 tradable players in this entire process. We'll do the small gold players pack next. Again, hopefully we're looking at boards or walkouts is what we're hoping for. We do get at least a board here. It is only a board though. It's not an inform or anything special. It's an Argentinian centre back. It's going to be Otamendi. It's an 83 rating. It's Man City. Gets good links to a couple of things with a lot of big SBCs out at the moment. Having like Premier League cards and stuff is always nice and handy because they tend to have a slightly inflated price on the market. At the moment, you can see it's about 3,000 coins. So I'm going to keep hold of him for now, and I'll send both of those guys up there. But yeah, I'm not upset with that. I'm not upset with that at all. I do think I've got a pack at the end of this. We do this, the Electrum Players pack. I'll open the Electrum Players pack next. Only 1 rare, but 6 silvers in this. Silvers, if you get them from the right league, can go for a fair amount. So here we don't get a board or anything. So we're just going to be getting a rare gold card, which is going to be Gabriel. I think he goes for about 800 coins. I did sell one the other day. Obviously with the Liga NOS SBC coming out. Let's see if we get anything from any good leagues. No, we don't. I'll definitely keep up to Soriano though, because that's pretty darn helpful as and when the Dutch League is out. I've got a lot of Dutch League players. I'm just going to list up Gabriel for 800 coins because I know what he goes for, but we'll send the rest of the club. 2 packs left, sorry. So the Premium Gold Players pack up first is 3 less rares than the Prime. We're going to nose pack this one. Again, consistent boards will be nice here. The Prime's our best chance of anything. It's not a board. That sucks, honestly. So the 25k pack is going to give us Tielemans, who I know I have. It's not great. Again, we've just got to hope for players from either the teams in the thing or no. We don't really get anyone there that's any use. No one even particularly from leagues that are helpful for us. We get Sunjic, some Birmingham City fans. Eddie, I'm sure you're going to like that one, my dude, if you're watching. But the Prime Gold Players pack up next. Going to open this one. It's the last pack. Hopefully we can get something good. Hopefully your packs have been better than mine have been, because so far they've been pretty woeful. It is at least a board. It's not a, what's it called? An informer, I think. It's an Italian centre mid. Okay, we get Jorginho. All right, so, I mean, again, it's an 83. It's from the Prem. It is what it is. I'm not going to be upset. Again, Prem with lots of links and linking opportunities. Him being Italian as well is always nice. We do also get the UCL Lema in there. But other than that, we don't really get anything that's going to be massively helpful. So I think we're just going to have to send those guys up there. And that is going to be it. So again, a nice, straightforward way to complete marquee matchups. If you do end up using this, then let me know in the comment section below how it went for you, if you guys got some decent packs. And again, if you guys have got cheaper ways of doing it or specific players that were pretty helpful for you, let us know in the comment section. Just helping the community out and telling each other the cheapest ways to try and get these done. But for now, boys, I want to say a massive thank you for watching. Of course, leave a like on the video, as I said, if it helped. Subscribe if you're new around here. Streams and stuff should hopefully be coming back tomorrow. My new part of my PC arrived today. And it's being fit into my PC tomorrow. So depending on when I get back from that, I do plan on trying to stream. It's obviously Black Friday. It's going to be some Black Friday event stuff happening on FIFA, which I don't want to miss. But apart from that, guys, I want to say a massive thank you for watching. I've been Tom. You guys have been awesome. And I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. All the best. Look after yourselves.
Let's go. Hursty Games, and this how we do. Now it's time we team up. Check them online, you might catch them playing FIFA. Hey, yeah, you know we keep it live. Make sure to give a like and subscribe. Gaming channel, what's the best one? Keep it hella dope, hella fresh, huh? Yeah, Hursty Games, tune in. Even told my grandmama, sister, and my best friend. You might want to check them if you want to be entertained. You already know the name. Check us out, Hursty Games. Hey, whoop. Make sure to give a like and subscribe.